E3 is a pretty big deal in video games. That's actually all I had written for this script for literally weeks. But I've finally gotten back to it because if I wait too much longer, then I'll miss E3. But I guess my predictions would have been better, right? And I plan on making 2 videos about E3. One for the games I'm predicting to come out, and one for games I would like to come out. And this video is about my predictions. Hello all 281 of you, I'm Redkwan, and these are my predictions for Nintendo's announcements at E3. If I'm being honest, this is all pretty up in the air. Sure, we can make some sorts of guesses, but I'm sure there'll be some surprises we could never have seen coming too. But I also feel like there are some things that are more likely than others. My first prediction is that there will be a lot of stuff about Super Smash Bros. It's coming in 2018, and based on how they've done things with Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey taking center stage at the past 2 E3s, it would make sense for Super Smash Bros. To take that role this year. I think we'll get quite a bit of new information on what that is, confirmation that it isn't a port, and probably the reveals of some new characters. It might not be as big of a focus as those other 2 games, seeing as with Super Smash Bros., we all kinda know what we're gonna get. But who knows? It's such a popular series that for all we know, it could get more than the other 2. I would guess not though. Sticking with the games that we already know about, I think that we'll get more information on Pokemon for the Switch, Fire Emblem Switch, and Metroid Prime 4. One of them will probably get a good amount of information about it, and the others will probably not get too much. My guess is that the one that'll get blown out will be Fire Emblem. We've known about it the longest, and it's the only one that's confirmed for this year. Pokemon will probably do its own thing, so it doesn't get overshadowed by Super Smash Bros., and Metroid Prime 4 probably isn't coming out very soon. But nevertheless, I do expect they'll all at least be brought up at the show, and hopefully we'll get some new details on what to expect. But I think that only Fire Emblem will really get blown out. But enough about stuff we already know. That's boring. I mean, I'm boring in general, but that was especially uninteresting. What do I think we can expect when it comes to new games? The half of my subscriber base who loves Pikmin will be very happy to know that I think the new Pikmin 4 will finally reappear. Maybe happy is too strong of a word. Moderately pleased? Yes, in my Where is Pikmin 4 video, I said that I thought it would show up sometime this year, probably at E3, and I might as well stick by it because I'm pretty sure someone will remember. It is my most viewed video on my channel after all, but I seriously do think it's pretty likely. Nintendo has said that they'll focus on games that will be released this year, which means that there are at least a few games that they're making that we don't know about that will come out this year. And it won't be a 3D Mario, Zelda, Yoshi, Fire Emblem, or Splatoon, and it probably won't be a Mario Kart or Donkey Kong either with their ports. So that just leaves a few of Nintendo's big franchises left, and out of those, Pikmin seems the most likely. Pikmin 4 has already been announced that it's in development, and it's been in development for a really long time, and it seems like a good game to release right about now. I could easily see this sliding into the lineup for this year, probably late summer. And seeing as this will be focused on things coming in 2018, and the second half of the year is already looking pretty filled up with big games, I would imagine that the other games we'll see will be from big third parties, or smaller Nintendo games. A big third party game, the biggest at this point, Fortnite, is one game I think will get announced at E3. I know Fortnite is an online focused shooter, which isn't exactly the type of game we're used to seeing on the Switch, but it's basically coming to everything else, and a lot of people on the Switch play the game so often that they forget what year it is. It is 2015, right? And like I said, that game is so huge that not bringing it to the Switch would just be stupid. The hottest game on the hottest system just makes sense. I think it'll happen. I'd be pretty surprised if it didn't. I know Nintendo is always late to the popular games party, which for some reason is still a thing, but I think that this one will happen. I could also see a couple more ports, maybe something else from Bethesda, or maybe some port of a game that came out within the last few years. Or maybe, if we're lucky, something coming out at the same time as the other systems. I honestly don't think there'll be that much though, and probably very little, if anything, coming out at the same time as the other systems. And if it does, it'll probably get delayed like Dark Souls, because why not, right? Those Nintendo pancakes are used to getting totally whack third-party treatment, so let's give them a totally tubular delay. They won't mind. Well, I mind whoever makes Dark Souls. From Software, right? Why do they sound like someone lame from the 80s? I'm pretty sure there'll be indie games too, but for one, those mostly won't be big enough for me to mention, and much more importantly, I don't know anything about indie games, so I would have no idea what to predict. And I think we'll also get a few small announcements from Nintendo. My guess would be Mario Party. There's always a Mario Party game on Nintendo systems, sometimes more than one, sometimes 4, GameCube, and I feel like Mario Party games are small enough that they could just slide in about anywhere in late 2018, and it would probably be fine. Will it go back to the much more fun and competitive style of the earlier games? That's not what this video is about. I'm predicting what games are coming, not about them. Sheesh, some people. But no, it'll still be lame. Aww. And I think they'll give us at least one big surprise for 2019 in there too. Probably as their finale. And it'll be Animal Crossing Switch. Animal Crossing is pretty darn popular, and I feel like 2018 is already pretty packed. And it's too late to announce a game that big. I think a 2019 release would be a pretty good move, and I think it would be a very good way to end it. I don't think we'll get much 3DS stuff, but I could see a few minutes of small games or stuff we already know about. Remember, I will have a video probably in a week that'll be about the games I want to see, so make sure you stay far away from the internet in a week. Well, what do you think about what we'll see from Nintendo at E3? Oh, you agree with everything I said? Of course you do! Anything I say is basically fact! You know, once this walrus, Redkwan, has been cut short because of his own stupidity. So from all of us at management, thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you all later. Goodbye.